Hello and welcome to the Green Energy News Review. It's been a while, but we're back and we're ready to get angry about the green issues, or crap, as the British Prime Minister would have it. The climate change backlash continues in earnest with two stories from the last week. There's been a bit of back and forth between Richard Toll, economics professor at Sussex University and advisor to the IPCC and the GWPF, and Dana Nuccitelli in The Guardian. It's a semantic debate over the veracity of a claim we also voiced at GENR a while back, that a 97% consensus exists between scientists on human-caused climate change. Now, Toll says that's all wrong. It all depends on how you look at the statistics. A classic economist move, it's telling that no one from the practical science community has come forward to defend his claim. His argument concludes with this quote: "The theologist Michael Rosenberger has described climate protection as a new religion, based on a fear for the apocalypse, with dogmas, heretics, and inquisitors like Nuccitelli. I prefer my politics secular and my science sound." Well, I think the last part's fair, and those supporting the climate change message should be rigorous in their research. But Toll claims that The Guardian has been bad-mouthing him for a while. Perhaps if he hadn't spent the last year trying to impugn Nuccitelli's research and study methods, then he could have been helping with policy he believes in, rather than indulging some weird competitive impulse to hinder the broadcast of an ultimately positive message. And I find the idea that wanting to protect the planet is tantamount to worshipping it with faith extremely offensive. How about you? Anyway, causing a greater obstruction to climate protection proliferation is a new coalition forming between major countries who want to put business before climate unity. It started when Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott encouraged Stephen Harper, Prime Minister of Canada, to agree to announcing that neither of their countries would harm the economy in the fight against climate change. In fact, Harper said, "It's not that we don't seek to deal with climate change, but we seek to deal with it in a way that will protect and enhance our ability to create jobs and growth, not destroy jobs and growth in our countries." Now, he must be talking specifically about fossil fuel employment, as renewable energies are generally very job-rich, especially stacked against oil and nuclear power. Despite Barack Obama's recent emission reduction package, Tony Abbott said climate change is not the only or even the most important problem in the world, and that there is no real impetus for countries to unite for climate protection. In fact, he's taken climate change off the G20 agenda, saying it would be clutter in the schedule. And he's preparing to abolish Australia's carbon pricing, something he's encouraging other countries to do. Unsurprisingly, Abbott has called for Britain and India to join his Conservative alliance to limit unwise climate change action. He also denies that Australia's recent unseasonal bushfires have anything to do with climate change whatsoever. Perhaps when the country becomes uninhabitable, he might have a policy rethink. That's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with a story about a different type of ape, one that needs protecting, not removing from government, and maybe even, fingers crossed, some actual good news for a change. Thanks for watching.